What's up, Buck? On the TV broadcast during the game, I think it caught you just on the bench in the fourth quarter. I think it was after the Drew Lock scramble. Just kind of sitting there staring off. I guess what's going through your mind in a moment like that?
Frustration. Obviously, that game didn't go nearly as planned. We planned it to go, and yeah, at that point, it was just pure frustration. You know what I mean? Just felt like anything, anything that we could do or anything possible would have, stopped what was going on. It was just, out of control.
And then, Buck, for you, you signed up, to stay here and re-upped here. Do you have any regrets about that, or how do you view what you envisioned maybe for what you wanted out of this tenure with the
Yeah.
Colts versus your reality?
No, yeah. There's no, I don't have any regrets. I mean, I have full belief in a lot of the guys in this locker room. And just I mean, we came up short. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, the entire team, we shit the bed. Another year, and it's frustrating. You know what I mean? Because I've been saying, I can see what we have. It's just we're not getting over that hump. We're not, you know what I mean? I just feel like it's little details that we're missing, that's hurting us.
And then the last one, why you said you have full faith in this team, but then you also said you shit the bed. So why do you have full faith?
No, I know the type of guys that we have in the locker room. You know what I mean? I know the type of guys that we have in the locker room. We have a lot of guys in that locker room that care a lot tremendously about this team, about this organization, the city. We want to put a product out there that the city's proud of, and for it to, not go the way we want it to go. I mean, it's frustrating. Yeah, that's all I can say.
Do you have full faith in those above you, like GM, head coach, owner, all that?
Yeah, man. I mean, it takes all of us, and that's why I signed back up here. You know what I mean? Like I said, I don't have any regrets.
Cap.
Yeah, Buck, you mentioned how sitting there on the bench, it was frustration. Is that how you're going to look back at this season about just opportunities lost, I guess, and
Definitely.
you're really on your own, on the team's own volition? This is sort of on you guys.
Say it again, that last part. I'm sorry, Mike.
Is this sort of on you guys? It's not like you went out there and just got beat by better teams. A lot of what happened this year was sort of self-inflicted. I don't know.
Yes, definitely. It is definitely on us. Like you said, I mean, just big moments where we fell short. We shot ourselves in the foot multiple times throughout the season. Just Obviously a lot more downs than ups, and that's fully on us. And that's the most frustrating part about it. You know what I mean? I mean, like being in especially early on in a lot of games, one score games that were lost, in moments where, we if we just make one or two plays, you know what I mean? We come out with a W, but we didn't. And that's just the frustrating part about the whole entire season.
I know you've obviously got the one game to go, and we'll see. But do you look ahead? This team will not be intact.
Mhm.
Never are. Do you wonder how different it might be next year from top to bottom?
Yeah, definitely. There's obviously there's going to be people that are going to be, still in the building, people that are not. And changes are going to need to be made. You know what I mean? I understand that, and we all understand that in the building, and we got to make those changes for the better.
Thanks, Buck.
Yeah.
Nate.
Buck, you talked a couple weeks ago about how you guys just haven't found a way to play complementary football this
Mhm.
season. That game was in Denver, and you guys played probably your best game on defense. In this week, it felt like the opposite of that. I guess how do you process how you guys can go from shutting down a really good offense like that, like you have done a few different games, to a game like Sunday where a team like the Giants hadn't scored 30 all year and then has a game like that?
You know what? I'm still trying to figure that out myself. Like I said, all year we haven't been able to put it all together as a team. I mean, like you said, I mean, moments where the defense looks great and the offense struggles. Games like yesterday, the offense, we scored 33 points and we couldn't stop a nosebleed on defense. So that's very frustrating as well. And that's just things like that where it just does not make any sense to me. You know what I mean? And like we were talking about, in the off season, changes are going to be made, and hopefully we make the right changes, and we can better ourselves from it.
And just real quick, as a captain, when you think back to like leading up to that game, I mean, do you get any indication that anything was off during the week, or do you just get out there on Sunday and figure that out?
Yeah, no, like I just feel like I feel like a lot of guys, our mindsets we're ready to go into this game, to get our, get a victory and come back home and finish off the year, with a win against the Jaguars, and, seeing where obviously where we're going to be at the end of the year and hoping to be in the playoffs. But, I mean, we got punched in the face.
Couple more here, Joel.
DeForest, last year, at the end of the season, you said that you thought as the secondary improved, you guys would be able to do more coverages, that kind of thing. What do you think has been kind of a consistent issue for the defense this year through the whole season?
Yeah, majority of the season was obviously stopping the run. Or we I think this season we gave up a lot of 100-yard rushers, especially early on in the season. And another part of it was tackling. You know what I mean? Tackling, whether it was in the box or even in space. Yeah, that's been the struggle all year, and tackling specifically, and it showed yesterday.
Why do you think that those things have been consistent issues?
To be honest, like I would say just attention to detail. You know what I mean? Whether it's technique or technique, or where you're supposed to fit in the scheme, things like that.
Last two, Kevin and then Bob.
Hey, Buck, thanks for the time today. I know you talked about Anthony a couple weeks back. What will be your message for him when the offseason arrives, and just kind of where you want to see his focus this offseason before coming back next year?
Yeah, just make sure that he's doing everything that he can to be the best quarterback that he can be, ready for this team, and and ready to lead our team into next season.
Last question, Bob.
Yeah, DeForest, Pat McAfee had a long tweet after the game last night. I don't know if you saw it, but part of it, he mentioned that guys had been late for treatment, been late for meetings. He suggested there was a culture problem. I wonder what you see, and is that true?
Yeah, I didn't see. I'm gonna be honest, I've been staying off of social media, but I haven't seen his tweet. I've heard about it. Look, I mean, Pat's a former Colt. I mean, he has tremendous passion for this organization, this city, and I mean, he has every right to be mad. Yeah, I mean, there's times where, we've had some times where we haven't had people being accountable and stuff like that, and we've called people out on it and things like that. I mean, and that happens in almost every team. And I wouldn't say it was a constant issue, because we would nip it in the bud. Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where, like I said, this off season, there's going to be some changes, and sometimes those changes are going to be uncomfortable for people. There's going to be uncomfortable conversations, and we're going to have to make those changes for the better.